Hey, what's up, everybody? This is my build showcase for my 200 FCR Chain Lightning Charge Bolt Sorceress on Project Diablo 2 Season 5 Hardcore. So I'm going to just show off the gear a bit and then I'll do a map. Start with my Mercenary. He's got Infinity in an Ethereal Ogre Axe. Crown of Ages, I found this myself, so didn't find another one, didn't slam it, gets the job done. 3 socket G-Bane, bought this yesterday for 1.5 high runes. It's got 3 random 15 IS jewels in it. Just the MDR, PDR is really nice to have. The 2 to critical strike does affect your Mercenary, apparently. Cannot be frozen, and Poison Lens Reduction, all really good to have on a Mercenary. Probably going to keep this until I find Aterials or something crazy like that. Occultist, also bought these. 10 IS, 34 reduced curse duration. Really, you only need 30 because the goal eventually to get curse immune on your Mercenary will be 50 from COA, 30 here, 10 here, and 10 here. Obviously, I don't have that yet. My nose coil also found this myself. Gives me a little lifesteal. And it's nice to have, but you do eventually want that curse duration slam on your nose coil. Goblin Toe with reduced curse duration, nice, but kind of whatever. You need Gore Rider, obviously, but those are expensive, and I haven't bothered buying one yet. Right now he's at 65 IS with these 3 items here. That's the breakpoint anyway, it's just like 75. But you want 2 sockets at least on your COA so you can hit the 105 breakpoint eventually for the Ethereal Ogre Axe. Yep, so that's my Merc. On to my gear. I've got Occultist also. The curse duration doesn't really matter to me, though it is nice to shorten your curses a bit. The increased maximum mana, 34, is almost maximum. Increased maximum mana helps a ton with this build because it is an energy shield build, and I'll explain it to you in a bit, but yeah, you want to have the option to have a big pool of mana. 3 MPK Corrupt, you can get 4 MPK on gloves, so it could be better. Obviously 10 FCR Corrupt would be, even better, and that would allow you to be more flexible with the rest of your gear. But this is what I've got. T-God, Corrupted 10 FCR. 5 Maximum Lightning Resist is great for me. That plus the Nature's Piece that I've got puts me at 83 Maximum Lightning Resist, which as the most dangerous element, it's really good to have more resistances to that. Crafted safety boots. I've been crafting safety boots this whole season. These are pretty nice. I need a lot of resistances on my gear. Obviously, I don't use a shield. 2 MPK Corrupt is nice. Again, flat damage reduction. Very nice for energy shield. 30 FCR Corrupted Q-Hagen. Puzzle box for 2 sockets. I bought this and puzzle boxed it myself, which was nice. 2 skills, 22 energy, 10 MDR, 4 MPK. Always good to have more MPK and obviously more MDR and more mana. So this is a great chest armor to have. Before this I had a 40 FCR Atlas, which also works well because that has mana percent on it as well, but it's nice to have more MPK always. And I was able to get rid of that because I got this 10 FCR Maras right here with 28 old res. So this is very nice. I bought this for 4.5 high runes like 2 days ago. No, that was also yesterday, I guess. Got a lot of these items yesterday anyway. This is my Griffin. It's pretty incredible. It's perfect lightning skill damage, perfect negative percent enemy lightning resistance, with 2 5/5 lightning facets in it, and the perfect 6% PDR corruption. And this is my only source of PDR percent, aside from my Defiance Mercenary, who gives me 9, making me 15% PDR percent, which is apparently enough. because my health pretty much never goes down. It's quite nice. Yeah, I already showed you the Maras. Nature's Peace, 10 FCR Corruption, 3 to maximum cold, lightning, and fire resistances. Some more PDR flat on that is nice to have. I think this item is completely overpowered this season. Unless you're already a druid, I don't know why you wouldn't have this item on hardcore. It's great. Gives you a ton of life. Yeah. And I bought this today for 9 high runes, which I thought was kind of expensive, but the rolls are so good, and it's CBF, so I'm pretty happy with it. Right, 38 mana, 20% maximum mana. That gives me total 54% increased maximum mana. Yeah, this is definitely best in slot. Even if I were to get like a Dark Abyss, which would be like the game-changing declone armor with 50 FCR and 2 skills on it, and what, like 6 to 10 LPK and MPK. Honestly, I think that armor is pretty OP, but nobody seems to have it on Hardcore Ladder. But that would be, I think, the only way I could improve really upon this build here. And of course, the crown jewel that started this video. My main song's lesson, Ethereal, corrupted 10 FCR and 5 lightning skill damage, and puzzle boxed for 4 sockets. I bought it. I traded this. Let's see. It was already corrupted. It had 18% negative enemy lightning resistance on it. It had no sockets in it. I traded it for a 3-socket Q-Hagen, which I wasn't using. And this guy was nice enough to just do a flat trade, and then I puzzle boxed it for 4 sockets, and now it's just a really, really sick item that I'm really happy about. Obviously, it's got 4 matching 5/5 lightning facets in it, and yeah, technically speaking, you could probably do quite a bit more damage with a 6-socket negative 20% enemy lightning resistance main song. You just get your FCR somewhere else, like your gloves or something. But it is what it is. It's ethereal, which aesthetically doesn't really you can't really beat that. I think it's just beautiful. So I'm pretty happy with it. On swap, 5 BO CTA, random 2 skill lidless. Socket's empty because, well, I don't use a shield, so when I swap, it's the same resistances, same PDR. It doesn't really change anything. And yeah, going to the charms, got an OK Sork Torch, and I got an Annie. This was a 40-20-29, which I corrupted for 8 more resistances. Obviously, 1 more skill would be an upgrade. Probably the next thing I would buy would be a 2-skill Annie, and just fill in the missing resistances, somewhere over here. You really don't need this poison res. So, rest of it's res charms. This one's nice, but I haven't been able to find a 5 all resistant small charm all season, and I don't know why that is, but it is what it is. Some magic finds, some mana is always good, and skillers, lifers, they're okay. I haven't spent much on those. 112 FHR skiller and 36 Geeds. Yep, that's my gear. The stat sheet, you'll see Nature's Peace and the T-Gods really ups these resistances a bit. Poison resistance, you don't really need, but it's nice to have. I run Ancestral Trial very often, and sometimes the spiders hit you and do a lot of poison damage, and I just drink one of these. They literally hit me like once or twice a map. I never need to use more than 2 antidotes. But because poison damage goes through your energy shield, let's see, poison damage, open wounds, I think are the only 2 things that go completely just ignore energy shield. It's nice to have some resistances here, but it's also very obvious when you're poisoned. You're green, your life is green. Just chug one of these and get on with it. Damage reduction, 13 flat, PDR, 14 flat MDR, 6% from the Griffin, and 9% from the Defiance Merc, so that'd be 15 once we're in a map. Let me just quickly get in here so you can sort of see what I've got. 640 Elemental Lightning Mastery, 68 Pierce, 200 FCR for the Breakpoint. Teleport, Charge Bolt, and Lightning get to 200 FCR Breakpoint. Chain Lightning uses 194. FHR, enough to hit 42, which I think is more than enough. I have no Run Walk, which is a little sad, but I do teleport everywhere, so it's okay. Eventually my boots, hopefully, will have a little bit of Run Walk on them. And Magic Find is bad, but when you have gear like this, honestly, who cares? Yeah, that's my stat sheet. My character sheet, let's see, is here. Enough strength to wear, Occultist, 151. Nothing into Dexterity, and just doing a balancing act between Vitality and Energy. So on a Sorceress, you want, on the Sorceress, it's 2 HP per point in Vitality and 2 mana per point into Energy. But because I have this 54% increased maximum mana, it's really more like 3+ points into mana per point in Energy. So, yeah, you basically just want to do a balancing act. My idea for it is because your Energy Shield reduces your damage by 67%. Mathematically speaking, you would want your your mana to be, if 50% is break even, 67% is 17 more than that, right? You want your mana to be 17% more than your health. But because there's this thing that the Succubi and Bale cast, it's like this blood mana curse, which only gets cast on you if you have more mana than health. Because of that, I get as much mana as I can without having more mana than health. And that's really my goal with all this. When I'm into this thing with the Nature's Peace activated, it's actually quite a bit more health. 1364 there. Yeah, so avoid the blood mana curse. It sounds awful. I've never actually experienced it, but it's, I don't know, I think it's like, my Chain Lightning cost me 26 mana, right? So if I cast it, every time I cast it, I lose 26 health. I assume that's how it works. Which, it just sounds bad, so I don't mess with it. Always have more health than mana. But get the mana as high as possible, otherwise every time you get hit by something you'll have really nothing to work with and you'll be chugging mana pots all the time. Skill tree. 1 point into Shiver Armor, 1 point into Warmth, 1 point into Static, 1 point into Thunderstorm, because it's just like free damage. It's nice to just have a little extra free damage. 1 point into Energy Shield, and max this column, 20, 20, 20, 20, and dump the rest into Telekinesis. It's actually quite nice because once I hit level 99, I will have exactly 20 hard points into Telekinesis. So it's perfect. It's just, for the OCD people out there like myself, it's a nice little touch. Everything is perfectly complete at level 99, which I probably won't ever hit, but because I only do solo maps. But who knows? Maybe someday. That's my sheet damage there. What else is there to talk about? Oh, yeah. So with Conviction Aura on your Mercenary and Lower Resist, level 20, getting casted 16% of the time you cast with a Meng Song, plus your Static Field, which is negative 25% enemy lightning resistance. Those three things together, you can take down pretty much... Let's see, I did the calculation here. You can break the immunity of any monster with less than 143 lightning resistance. So with both Static Field and Lower Resist, in Bastion Keep, you break the immunity of those shamans. And in River of Blood, with either lower resist or static field, whichever one you have casted on the council members, you break their immunity as well. So it makes both of those maps a bit more feasible. River of Blood's actually really fun. I love that map, so I play it all the time. I just TP onto the council members, zap them with static field, and then charge bolt, and they're instantly dead. So yeah, but the best maps I would say are still Ancestral Trial. Horizon's Memory is quite nice. I don't really do T2 maps, but Shadows of Westmarch, I think I have a few in here. Yeah, Shadows of Westmarch, Aria Battlefield, and the Jungle one, they're all pretty good. With my current setup, I do go into Uber Ancients and fight all three of them, and they die really, really fast. I do, on bosses, on Uber Ancients, you just want to have your Merc pretty much trying to tank everything. You just stay really far away and cast your Chain Lightning and Lightning. But even if you do get hit every once in a while, you have so much damage reduction, and the energy shield's so strong, your mana pool's so big, that my health pretty much never drops below like 80% ever. So it feels very, very safe. And the playstyle is very safe, and it just shreds everything. And I hope the map that we get into will display that. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and good luck and stay safe.